If you are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, dementia, it will probably become harder to exercise, but in reality, it will suddenly become even more imperative to just try.
Yeah, Danny New is here after meeting with an organization in Fort Collins that's helping people stay active through ping pong. Can you still call it ping pong, or is it table tennis? The PC term now,
Nicole,
Danny.
why do you always do this? You put me on the spot like, hey, you're an authority on this sport globally, right? Can you speak on its behalf in history? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I think they're pretty interchangeable. There's like one or two rules are like a little different.
I'm
but
not
I think
offending
it's okay.
anyone. Good.
Actually, I asked some players because I wanted to get more intel. They usually just call it pong. They don't really say ping pong that often, so they just say pong colloquially. Good to know. But table tennis connections up in Fort Collins. We told you about one of their volunteers a few weeks ago for a Denver 7 Everyday Hero. But when I learned about the journey of its founder, I knew we had one more story we needed to tell about this organization.
So your eyes are in front of you.
Ping pong is usually played between two people, maybe four.
Let it go low, 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 let it go. That's it.
But here at Table Tennis Connections, the members unite to take on a much bigger opponent together.
We are not disabled people. I have multiple sclerosis, and so I have different capability than other people. Stay where you are. Stay compact, okay?
Dr. Antonio Barbera's MS journey started back in 2016 when he lost feeling in his right leg and was forced to retire.
Fortunately, after 11 months and few days, I had another attack and I lost my left arm. I was a surgeon, so I could not do anything with my hands.
But in 2019, after recovering the feeling in his arms and legs, Antonio had this crystallizing moment while playing ping pong with his son in the garage. Suddenly, his symptoms vanished.
At that time, I realized, oh my gosh, this sensation is leaving me alone. So I started researching everything about the benefits of ping pong, and I discovered what our brain is able to do. So at that point, I said, oh, I may have another role in my life.
Essentially, Dr. Barbera learned that this sport can help your brain generate new cells. And he knew, as a former doctor, that this was a medicine he needed to prescribe to others.
For me, it was going away from this miserable mood related to my condition, you know.
4 years later, and Antonio's program now meets twice a week in Fort Collins, helping people with dementia, Parkinson's, and MS, like Mark here.
When I first met Antonio in December, I kind of walked like a toddler. I had balance issues. I couldn't balance on one foot. I consider this as important as my medication.
The program has even helped professionals like Francesca here, who was the #1 player in Peru before being diagnosed with MS in her early 20s. However, Francesca actually fought back, and she won the national title again. And she still competes internationally, but has now moved to Fort Collins just to teach with Antonio.
I was like, what a coincidence to meet someone that also has MS and also plays table tennis.
Pick that one up right there.
Genius. With the help of its volunteers and staff, Table Tennis Connections has now grown to 4 states, and Antonio is offering his program to more, calling it Neuropong.
I'm paid back by the smile and the happiness of these people I spend my time with.
Antonio and Neuropong will help anybody, even if they're much, much, much worse at the sport.
Don't do that on my backhand.
Oh, in Fort Collins. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Danny New, Denver 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat-like reflexes there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were doing better earlier, and I said, Danny, you're pretty good at this.
And
But
then-
I see he was taking it easy on you.
Yes.
And, yeah.
When I said, Antonio, can we play each other on camera real quick? That's when he whipped out the backhand, whole big thing. And it's so embarrassing because every time you have to be like, 1 second, go pick up the ball. Hold on. Let me get the ball. Okay. All right, we're back. Here we go.
That's
Try it
the
again.
exercise
Try it
part.
again. I'll get you this time. I'm going to get you this time.
Yeah.
But they meet Tuesdays and Thursdays at Council Tree Covenant Church in Fort Collins if you want to hang out with them, play some ping pong.
Yeah.
awesome.
Which
Seems like a great group.
Brian, you're pretty good at, apparently.
Yeah, well, nothing like, I mean, it's one of the most fascinating Olympic sports to me.
Oh,
Table
yes.
tennis.
I can't even
watching
keep
the-
track of the ball.
change
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
speed
Oh, yeah.
and intensity
It's pretty
from
wild.
when you play in your
Intense,
basement. Yeah, very different.